Hey, welcome back to the Bears Den. How is everyone doing tonight, guys? I'm not playing sticks. Whoops. My bad. We're doing talk shows tonight. I'm a lazy ass streamer. What can I say? Episode 17, I think. Savage Dragon, welcome. How are you doing? Hope things are going well for you tonight. Okay. How many do we have? 17. Oh, this is episode 18. Bad. All right. Wow. 18 episodes already in the can. Who would have thunk it? Savage Dragon, how are you doing, though? Hope things are going well for you today. As always, Alex and I, we get through all of the fun, crappy-ass news outlets, so you don't have to. The hell are you doing? The fuck? Oh well, I'll have to ask him about what the hell that was all about, but find that out later. How are you? You're doing good, Savage? Good to hear, good to hear. We definitely have a lot of news to go through. I've got like 19 items. He's got another 11 or 13 or something like that. Jello shots? Maybe. I don't know. But yeah, needless to say, we have, well, probably not Jello shots actually. But needless to say, we have a lot of news, even though we probably have a little bit of overlap. There's a lot of things to go over. Some of it coming up right to the very end here, as far as news, which is always good to know. I'd rather find pieces of information up until the very end of till the very beginning of the show here, as opposed to finding out tomorrow morning or tomorrow in general. Yeah, never a fun thing when it's like, oh shit, this thing just happened. So then it's like, great, we have to now wait a whole week before we talk about it, which is never good. But yeah, a lot of things to talk about. So definitely stick around. Some of them good, some of them bad. Well, there's probably some bad. I don't know for a fact. Actually, I probably have a few things. Yeah, there are some bad things I've got. But yeah, there's definitely all sorts of interesting things. So hang on out and let's enjoy the ride, shall we, dude? Love the one chip challenge goal. Goal is counting down the days. Yeah. It's still counting down the days, but we're still gonna do it anyways. So
We got some good stuff. I'm pretty excited about it, honestly. Hello, friendo.
hello, how are you doing?
How are you? Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Work is
Excellent.
work, but yeah, that's from like 8 to 5, and then 5 o'clock hits, and it's like, nope.
Yeah.
Or as much as I can. Let's put it that way. There are sometimes it's just like, nope, got to go a little bit extra, but then it's like, oh hey, I just get to knock off a little bit early then later in the week.
Yeah.
So
And frankly, I'm one of those people where like I used to be like real like whatever you need, I'll stay, whatever. And then I realized, dude, these corporations don't give a fuck about you.
mhm.
So you know what? You want to do that for yourself and your own projects and do it. But don't fucking bend over backwards for these major corporations. They'll ride you until you die.
Yeah, yeah.
So now I'm like, well, 5 o'clock. See you later. Unless the building's on fire, I'm out of here.
Savage is like 5 p.m. Work pants come off.
Yeah.
You put on work pants? I work, dude. I sit here, literally right here, 5 days a week for work. I could show up butt ass naked, and no one would fucking know.
Well, I mean, from the waist down, really. Because what if you had a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, all those. I have 2 a week. I could just throw on a
Oh,
t-shirt. Yeah, it's literally just the QA team getting together and being like, "Hey, I did this, and I'm working on that."
so really, you could have one of those like cardboard cutouts where you like put your head through it.
Mhm.
And you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool. Oh, look, I'm at the beach.
Yep.
All
Yep.
right. Got a bunch of cool stuff to talk about this week.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah, a whole bunch
Yeah.
of stuff.
Yeah.
I guarantee you we have overlap on things too, which is why some of the things I've got are just like, "Meh, okay, whatever. But some are definitely worthy to talk about.
Well, you know what? I feel like the conversation's always fun anyway. So even if it's,
Oh,
kind of
oh yeah,
meh
yeah.
news, I'm like, whatever. I'm always having fun.
Especially considering how I got one specifically for the simple fact of just in case we don't go there again, just in case we don't go there this week.
Okay.
I got this as a okay, we can pull this out and then go there kind of moment.
Cool.
So
Um, would you like me to go first?
I can go first. It doesn't matter to me.
Okay. Go for
Okay.
it.
Uh, actually, let's
You
start
know,
with
thinking about it, if we were better streamers, we could have gone over our stuff because I have less than you did this week,
yeah,
and then anything that overlapped, I could have taken.
yeah,
But
true, true.
we're bad, so
Pro streamers here.
yay!
Yeah, pro streamers.
Hmm.
So I'm gonna start with this one that I found out, and
Hi,
I
Savage.
I I gotta admit is actually really cool when you think about it.
Okay.
Because this first came to my attention when Lobos Jr., a guy who streams and is exceptionally good at all of the Dark Souls games, all the Soulsbound,
Hmm.
Soulsborne games. So the whole Dark Souls franchise, Bloodborne, Sekiro, all of them, really, really fucking good. Uh, he retweeted about a guy, crap, uh,
Buddhism.
Rudism. He beat Dark Souls 3 with one button.
Yeah.
Not like one button and the left stick. No, one button.
Yeah.
He basically rigged up a box that had one button on it, and through effectively typing in Morse code, had a third party program translate that into what the actions he needed to be doing in game. And it's just like, damn, that's fucking impressive ass skill right
Yeah.
there.
I did you watch the video?
Yes.
The video was fucking cool. Like the entire time they had like all of his actions being displayed in the
Yep.
top right.
Mm-hmm.
And you're right, everything was in Morse code. So it was dot dot slash, which would be boop boop and then hold
Yep.
for like a X amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was like drink a potion, dot 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 hold. Okay, roll right, dot. Like it was
Oh yeah.
fucking nuts. Um, I had seen, so I was curious. So I went and I looked at some of the other stuff that he's done. Um, he's done crazy shit, like beating one of the Souls games with a DDR pad. One of them he beat. I want to say it was Monster Hunter, or maybe it wasn't Monster Hunter. I don't remember,
Hmm.
but it was with a steering wheel. Like basically,
Yeah.
he just plays games the wrongest way you could possibly play, and then he just likes doing it, which is cool.
Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, considering like the one thing he specifically even mentioned in his most recent video he uploaded, as far as with beating Dark Souls 3, um sometimes challenge runs aren't necessarily about providing challenge, but seeing what other sort of alternate accessibilities there are,
Yeah,
and
which
that's
is also
really
cool.
cool.
And if you think about it, like let's say you were handicapped in some way, like you
Mhm.
only had like one arm or something, like um, it's cool that this exists out there and that somebody could reach out to him. His name's Dylan Beck, by the way.
Yep.
Um, and be like, hey, how did you get this to work? Because I would also like to play, this or whatever. So that's cool.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I
definitely.
like I like I like the that level, and you got to respect the nerd shit,
Oh
right?
god, yeah.
Like,
Oh
damn,
hell
that
yeah.
dude went out of his way to beat fucking Dark Souls 3, a game which, by the way, I have still not beaten with my normal hands, like let alone using fucking Morse code to
Yep.
do it. Yeah, it's really cool. It's
Let
cool
let
shit.
alone restricting yourself to one button.
Right.
Like, yeah, it's just like holy fuck. And some of those bosses are really fucking hard too.
Yeah,
Um,
the child, the one, the, like big gloopy monster with a fucking arm that comes out, like that was fucking infuriating.
big glue.
Yeah, it's like a child of. It's like it looks like an abort, like a tall abortion. Like
I
that
th-
makes.
I think you're thinking of Orphan of Kos, and that's in
Yes.
Bloodborne. That's in
Oh,
Bloodborne.
okay. Okay.
But yeah, there are some bosses in that game that are just like holy shit.
Yeah.
The one that this first came to my attention was Lobos Jr. retweeted his victory over the Nameless King, which
Yeah.
is a uh I want to say it's supposedly Ornstein from the first Dark Souls, who has
Oh.
then renounced all of his like knightly kind of things and
Uh-huh.
is riding a wyvern drake dragon
Yeah.
something like that. So
Like.
it's effectively like two fights in one, and it's
Yeah.
just like holy shit.
Yeah. And he said that he was gonna do the DLC next.
Yeah, I'm
Which
not
is also
surprised.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah,
So yeah, it's good shit.
yeah. Lobos Jr. played with a actual guitar. Yes, he has. He tuned it so that way a third party program he would play certain notes, and that would then do certain actions.
Yeah, I
So
saw that video when that came out too.
yeah.
People are fucking nutty, dude.
Oh god,
People
yeah.
are nutty. And can you imagine how much fucking practice that would take
Mhm.
before like you even got remotely close to being like, okay, I want to stream this live, you
Yeah.
know?
Oh god,
Because you
yeah.
wouldn't want to go out there like a fucking chump, like, the first couple of, nobody's gonna watch that shit for, you trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, it's pretty fucking sweet.
Yep.
Uh, you want to go again?
Sure,
Or
sure.
you want
Why
me to
not?
go? Yeah,
Um.
okay.
Okay.
I got something I kind of want to talk about because it's kind of funny.
All right.
So, um, do you know the streamer Valkyrie?
Heard the name. Can't put the face at the moment. But yeah.
Um, she's pretty cool. She's also very pretty. I weirdly have like
Mhm.
I usually do not fall into the category of having crushes on people. That's not like my thing. I'm old, like I don't have crushes on people. Especially people I don't know. Um, but I kind of have a crush on her. She's cute. And she seems cool. Anyways, um, she came out with a skincare product line called Reflect, RFLCT, I think is the spelling of it. And she said that it's basically meant to help reduce and or block some of the blue light that screens give off because we're getting too much blue light on our skin.
I mean,
Okay.
I can understand that because I mean, right now there are glasses out there that people
Yeah.
wear specifically to filter the blue light to their
Right.
eyes.
Right. But it's been proven scientifically that like your eyes can be damaged by that.
Yes.
But your skin, not so much. And people are kind of pissed off because there is no scientific evidence at all of any of this for your skin. And so people are like, okay. So they went to the website, the Reflect website. There is no scientific basis at all. Not even like, like when you go to like a shitty scammer kind of place where it's like 1 out of 5 doctors recommend like, brushing your eyeballs with Clorox or whatever. Like they at least lie, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Listen, they had none. There was
Oh
no
god.
lying on this. It was just like, yeah, there's harmful blue. If you put this shit on your face, bam, you're good to go. So
Hmm.
people are kind of mad. But like the funny part is she put out like a voice memo um saying that she didn't do enough research and that when she looked into it a little bit more, I was like, wait, you were like repping this and you didn't do any research? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that, like
Yeah.
what?
Yeah. That's just.
That seems weird. Like, if
Mhm.
I was to like if some, I mean, now granted, Chase Paper get paid. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
but if somebody was going to be like, hey, you're going to be like the face of this product, I would do some research, like minimal Google, like like just some cursory,
Oh God, yeah, hell yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like,
But yeah, I mean, and not just be like, okay, quick Google and look at just one result. I'm talking
mhm,
like Google and look at like the first like dozen or so.
page,
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, again, hey, a dump truck full of money comes up to your house. Not many people are going to be like, nah.
Nah, don't
But
want it. Nah,
yeah, exactly. But
understandable.
like, maybe we should do some research. Like that way you're not
Yeah,
like supporting a cereal that's got like broken jagged metal pieces in it, like this in
true,
that episode of The Simpsons.
true,
like,
true.
you know,
Yeah, yeah. Very true, very true. Celtic, by the way, thank you for that. That's fun, fun, fun. Hello. Yes, yes. Hello indeed.
hi
Um,
Celtic.
seems like she's trying to sell water. Yeah, yeah.
Right. Like the
Kind
Belle
of
Delphine thing.
sell some bath water.
Yeah, like it's just so weird. Like it's so weird.
Yeah.
Like at least with that I could get right like disgusting gross guys being like, "Rawr,
Oh, bath
if
water.
I drink it,
Yeah.
I can become part of her essence or something like,
Or
equally
just
as
rub it all
gross.
over themselves or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, use it to jack it with or whatever. Hey, 15 minutes in, jacking it talk. Um uh
Well, I don't think I need that topic.
beating our own personal records. Bam. Um but like that I could like at least understand. This is just like I don't know, man. Like
Yeah.
and like I don't want to rub it. Like frankly, I don't want to rub a lot of stuff on my face. Frankly, let's just full stop there. But like like you don't know what this shit does. It's just random goo.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and what if it came out and it was like, it blinded like 1 out of 7 people or something, and you're the face of that company and you did no research. So you just went, all right, yeah, that worked. Like, thanks for the
Not a
clever
good
chef.
not a good
Appreciate
look.
it.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no.
Oof.
All right, you
Oof.
can go
Oof
ahead
indeed.
now that we're done bagging on Valkyrie. Poor girl. I mean, she's a millionaire or whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. Um all right, actually, you know what? I'm going to pull this one back up. Uh you know that weird little like Game Boy looking thing that had the hand crank on it that I brought up? Yeah. Guess what? There's a app from the I believe it was the Nintendo DS 3DS 2D it was 2DS called
That's a good idea.
Flipnote. Basically
Oh,
people were able to make flip books digitally.
animations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy crap, I forget the guy's name. I can't find it right off the top of my head here in the article here, unfortunately. But he apparently has either acquired the license for it or a relatable kind of property of it and is bringing it to the Playnote. And you can literally go through it frame by frame and see all the animations of it, which is really kind of cool, especially considering how the simple fact of Nintendo has done nothing with this IP since they've moved on from it, and people have made. I want to say there was someone had made a full like 30-minute trailer of something, like a 30-minute episode of I forget what it was. 34-minute episode of an anime designed entirely in Nintendo 3DS sequel. So it's like, holy shit.
I actually know that program. There's this guy Moz. He's an animator on YouTube. He just does like life stories and then animates over it.
Mhm.
He once was talking about that was actually how he got started. Really
Hmm.
loving animation was actually just having it there at his house, and he would draw, and then do the next one, then he would watch it, and yeah, that's it's cool. Like, because maybe people do find their passion in
Yeah,
in that, which is cool.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it's really bizarre.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
So And I have a feeling this is more of a player of those
Right.
flip notes, not a
Creator.
tool to actually create them.
Yeah.
So can't get 100% behind it, but it's still one of those things of it has access to all those.
Yeah.
So
So
the
they're not lost
yeah,
forever.
they're not lost to time, unfortunately enough.
Yeah.
So,
That's cool.
but yeah,
Um, so I would like to bring up a thing that we talked about below these many weeks ago.
okay.
So, with all this shit going on at Activision Blizzard, and how they've been redacting tons of
Hmm.
stuff. Oop, touch the mic. Um, they finally came up with, because remember how they were gonna rename McCree?
Hmm.
They have officially renamed McCree to Cole Cassidy.
Yep.
Eh, I don't know. I don't want to repeat the exact same conversation we had before, but Cole Cassidy is kind of generic sounding, if you ask me. Um, it definitely sounds like a white guy, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and I guess it's a little westerny. Cassidy, I guess, is a little westerny. But like at the end of the day, who is like going to be in game and getting shot at by Cole Cassidy and make that call out? Cole Cassidy on right. No, you're going to say McCree. It's
Hmm.
two syllables,
Yep.
and we already know like that name. So I don't know. This feels like such a like a weird like yay, what a victory. Like
Yeah.
like how about you fucking fix the rest of your shit
Hmm.
before you like do stupid pointless crap like this.
Yeah.
Um
I mean,
and frankly, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Like frankly, it just feels like woo. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. When I saw the article, it very much reminded me, bless you,
yeah.
very much reminded me of a meme I saw earlier in the week where it's a guy walking up a set of stairs and it was labeled Blizzard Activision, and then it's like the first step was equal opportunity employment. Guy skips that step, reaches
Oh, is
over.
it the one where he's like his like
Yeah,
legs are
his
mad
legs are
long?
like,
Yeah, he's like
yeah,
yeah, I know that one.
and it's just like, yeah, that's
Go
Blizzard.
straight to fucking rename McCree. You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what?
It's like,
Like,
yeah, just skip over
all right.
everything else that would actually improve the environment and just do the dumbass shit. And it's like, ooh, you're still not helping yourself
Yay.
there. Yeah,
No.
yeah.
Um, and speaking of dumbass shit, I'm gonna go again if you don't mind, real quick.
Sure, sure.
A anonymous former Ubisoft employee who worked on Assassin's Creed Odyssey came out
Hmm.
and said, because Ubisoft's been fucking in it just as much as, well, maybe not just as much, but almost as much as Activision Blizzard.
Yeah,
And he said nothing's changed. He's like, they put out a couple of emails, but nothing's changed. The attitude around the office, there's been no change in the environment whatsoever. Um,
not surprised,
so
unfortunately.
it's just so fucking ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Anyways, I just wanted to bring that up.
Okay. Speaking of Ubisoft,
Hmm.
this isn't a shit on them thing. This is
Yay!
a shit on them, but then they corrected it, so yay, they fixed their fuck up. Might and Magic. That it actually has two different franchises. There's Heroes of Might and Magic and Might and Magic. Um, the Might and Magic portion of the franchise, specifically Might and Magic X Legacy. It's I believe you make four heroes and go on super grand adventure, blah blah blah, all that fun
That's
jazz.
classic. Yeah.
Yeah. Back in June, no, May, June, somewhere in there, they Ubisoft took down a whole bunch of servers. Unfortunately, one of the servers that they took down, or a set of servers that they took down, was the servers that took care of the DRM for Might and Magic X Legacy.
Oh,
Oops. So
whoops.
nobody could play it.
Ugh.
The entire time it was still listed on storefronts. Oops.
Gross.
They finally now, as of October 20th, brought those servers back online. No, like,
Well,
no grand announcement or anything. They put out a little tweet saying, hey, oops, back on June 1st, we made a boo-boo. We took down some servers that held the DRM for Might and Magic X Legacy. Our bad. We brought those servers back online, and for those who don't already have it, we're giving away the DLC for the game.
I mean, that was 5 months of downtime.
Yeah.
Like, if you did want to play that game,
Yeah.
here's some free DLC.
That and, like...
I feel like I'm going to shit on this.
well, dude, if you... shit away, by all means. It's also a thing of, it's like, so when you did this, you didn't pay attention to any numbers as far as, like, people playing your various games you have? And seeing that, oh, Might Magic X Legacy just went to 0.
Right. Like, nobody looked at the metrics. Not a single person.
Apparently.
Like, and, like, that also means, like, I mean, I guess at that point, like, talk about dead game. How did nobody even make a stink? Oh, I guess if nobody's playing, nobody's going to make a stink.
Sure.
That was down for 5 months. Holy shit. You'd think we would have seen something
Yep.
about that,
Yep.
but guess not. That's fucking crazy. And frankly, like, that's just upsetting, like, to hear, like, where it's not even like a you don't care thing. It's like you don't even care to look.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Right?
got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
that is a new level of apathy for your own product.
Yep. Now, I will say this. It did come out in 2014, so it's not the newest of games, but it also has a mostly negative review at the moment on Steam for recent. And overall, it's mixed. So...
oh, recent, I guess I would understand.
Yeah.
Like, that it's mostly negative for recently.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah, I don't know. I've never really had a huge love for the Ultimate Series. I know that there are people who fucking do love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
I just never fell into that particular club.
Yeah. I mean, but... the Might and Magic, like, adventure around on Grand Quest. Okay, I honestly preferred the Heroes of Might and Magic, which was the, like, battlefield tactical one. That's the one that I preferred.
Yeah.
So,
the puzzle game was also awesome. The one that was like you set up dudes and then you could delete dudes to make, like, more units. It was like a versus game. Yeah, it was on Xbox Live Arcade and shit. It was so fun.
Wow, that takes me back. Xbox Live Arcade. I remember when that first came out, you and I hung out, we played Miss Pac-Man on that demo disc from, what was it, EGM or something like that, or Xbox Magazine, something like that. We just sat there and played Miss Pac-Man off that thing for hours.
Yeah. I do love Miss Pac-Man. Great success story too.
Yes.
Well, I mean, I guess it's better to fix a mistake at some point. Like,
true.
Definitely title of my sex tape. Better to fix a mistake at some point.
The point.
Like, you want to go again?
Sure.
Go for it.
You know what? We're shitting on people. We're just gonna keep shitting on people. Nintendo. A couple of weeks ago, we reported that, hey, guess what? N64 is coming to Nintendo Switch Online. It came to Nintendo Switch Online. They jacked up the price an insane amount. And now they're realizing, oh shit, maybe we needed more testing or more infrastructure or something, because there are, like, everybody is having huge frame rate issues. They're having input lag issues. It is just absolutely horrible. Like, I saw a video of one person playing Ocarina of Time, and they quickly sit there, hit the buttons for him to do a backflip, make Link do a backflip.
Yeah.
And they quick hit the buttons. They show they're not hitting the buttons, and the next thing you know, Link does the backflip. And it's like, that's like unacceptable by any standard.
Yeah.
And
Um,
they even
I,
went on and said that in Super Mario 64, it's even worse.
yeah, I saw a video of a dude who was just in a town and all he was doing was trying to roll and it was just dropping frames left and right. And it was from a tweet and all the tweet said was I was like, good God, at least the guy's taking a good attitude about it.
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that looked really bad. I saw so the other major problems are because the hardware is better than obviously the N64. The fog is like this. So the fog on 64 was basically used so it could render shit around you.
yeah.
Um, like, and then it would just stop the draw distance.
Mhm.
Uh, because the system can do more, the fog's now gone. So everything looks like fucking bollocks. Like it looks so bad. I saw so many one-to-one comparison shots where I was just like, "Oh, good God." Then I saw a dude who went to go play because it has online features
Yeah.
with some of these titles, and he was playing Mario Kart 64
Okay.
with another dude. And it ran like the first one, I was like, I mean, that doesn't look that bad. Then the next one down was like, here's one from America to Scotland. Dude, it was like unplayable.
Oh,
It
jeez.
like it was literally like a slideshow.
Oh, God.
And it's not like Nintendo is fucking known for their online capabilities. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
um, it looked so bad. He was like, yeah, this is fucking terrible. Like,
Mm,
just completely not worth so I that does feel bad, man, but at the same time, fuck you, Nintendo. Fix your shit. This is
yep.
the as much as I like the Switch, this is easily the worst generation I have ever seen. Like, this is terrible. Like my here, let me regale you with another fucking story that comes from my personal life. The other day, I put the Switch back in the dock, comes up on the TV, then disappears. And I was like, oh, weird. All right. Kind of like farted around with it a little bit. Came up. Totally cool. All right. Fucking 4 days ago at my house, put the Switch back on the dock, fucking doesn't come up. I'm like, okay, what the fuck? So I farted around with it a little bit more. Nope. Had to go to fucking Nintendo's, hey, this is fucked up. So here's the step by step guide to check what's wrong. At the end of it, after all is said and done, they went, "Oh yeah, your dock might be fucked up. You're gonna have to send that in for repairs as long as you qualify for still having your warranty." Which, dude, I bought that thing like when it came out, so no, I don't. I'm not covered under
Mm,
the warranty. So then I went and I looked, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can just buy another dock. The only official licensed fucking dock I could find, $158. What
jeez.
the fuck? Between that, the drift on the controllers, dude. Sometimes if you have your Wiimotes plugged into the side of the Switch and you put it in, it just gets like fucked. So
Mm,
don't always put it in the dock with the remotes. You might want to pull those bastards off sometimes. Like, oh, dude, what a fucking shit show. And it doesn't matter because it's still fucking printing them money. That's the part that really pisses me off.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Very true.
anyway.
Very true.
Sorry, I that definitely got a little bit personal there because I like spit a couple times
No,
while I was saying
no.
it.
Dude, hey, that's what the show's about. Is whether it be stories from the news that other people are experiencing, or shit from our own personal life that is pertinent to the relative to the topic at hand. I mean,
Yep.
that's what it's
And you know
about.
what I did?
Hmm.
I just bought a fucking, unlicensed whatever. Here's a fucking another dock. It looks like absolute shit. And whatever, it's coming in a couple days. I'll let you know. But
Okay.
well,
Hope things work out for you on that one.
me too, because now I have a fucking 60-inch television. After the lightning strike killed the Xbox, now the Switch dock died. I have nothing that's going to my 60-inch flat screen.
Ouch.
Zip. Yeah.
Ouch.
So I'm just turning my monitor to go to bed. So I feel like I'm gonna fucking drive in every night.
Hmm. Damn.
Yeah, whatever.
Switch also has Sega Genesis stuff. Yeah, yeah, they have that too. I didn't find anything right off the top of my head as far as problems with that though, which
Yep.
is I don't know if that's good or bad because I mean maybe it's just a thing of like, oh hey, it has Golden Axe and
Right.
Strider, like nothing that everybody was like, oh I gotta play this. It
Right.
was like everyone was all hyped about the N64. I think the Sega Genesis stuff was more like, oh, and by the way, we also have this.
Yeah,
Yay. So,
because their launch lineup was kind of shit for
yeah.
64.
Yeah,
So
well, for both of them, really.
yeah,
And
frankly,
and especially for the price of it too. It's like,
yeah, $50.
squeeze me.
You went from $20 a year to $50.
Yeah.
So 30 more dollars to play these shitty fucking emulators that literally you could get for free, like all over the internet.
Yep. Yep.
Fuck them.
Oh yeah.
Is it me or you?
You.
Okay. So this is funny. I'm gonna absolutely butcher this dude's name, but this story is fucking hilarious. So Vinith Odenstein, a dude who lived in Georgia, uh, ended up over the COVID section applying for the Economic Injury Disaster Loan, or EIDL, which basically was there to cover costs for business owners who had to shut down during that time. Had like 200 billion with a B dollars in it.
Oof.
Um, yeah, and basically, you apply, and the government would grant you this money so you could like stay afloat um, through it. So he applies, and he successfully gets $85,000. He said that he had 10 employees, and that that's why he was going to have the money so that he could pay those people and keep the business afloat. Turns out he did not have a fucking business, and he just scammed the U.S. government. But here's the funniest part to me. Uh, so they clip him, like they're like, "Yep, dude, this is definitely wire fraud, is what that is," because he alleged that he had something that he had a business,
Yeah.
and they gave him money that falls underneath wire fraud.
Mhm.
So they clip him, and they go through his finances. Not only did he obviously not have that business, but he spent $57,789 on a fucking Pokemon card. It's so funny to me. Not only like, dude, if you gave me $85,000, like even if I was committing fraud, I certainly wouldn't spend almost $58,000 on a fucking Pokemon card. That guy must have been pretty well off, because I certainly wouldn't have done that. I would have been like, hey, food, maybe a car, you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
Um, so he gets clipped, and he's in jail. He is potentially serving 20 years, and he is definitely paying a minimum fine of $250,000 for this wire fraud. I hope that was like the best Pokemon card in the fucking world.
Mhm.
Like, I couldn't find out what Pokemon card it is, but like, man, damn, damn, I wish
Yeah.
I had known. And I wonder if they had to confiscate it and like put it in one of those tiny evidence bags. You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, as far as Pokemon cards, I would not be surprised if it was like a Japanese Pikachu card.
Or I know that like fucking shiny Charizards are crazy expensive. Like Logan Paul's ass wore one in one of his boxing matches, and it was worth $1 million fucking dollars. Yeah, like, but like, man, that guy must have been seriously well off. Like, how do you get $85,000 and you go, wow, this is good, but $58,000 of it is going to this one card? Bam!
Yeah.
Like,
Dear
oh
God.
god. Do you think he had it like prominently placed in his house, like mounted and framed
Oh
above
yeah.
his like
Oh yeah.
fucking like above his fireplace?
I wouldn't doubt it. There's some someone selling Pokemon cookies for thousands of dollars on
We
eBay.
talked
Yeah.
about that. We
Yep.
talked about that. I think it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And funnily enough, there were Oreos. I saw that some guy bought the Mewtwo pack,
Yep.
and he paid 2 grand, and they got shipped to him, and they were all broken. They like literally the picture of the one he had
Ooh, that
was
hurts.
split right down the middle. He was like, "Well, there you go." But here's the weird thing: why would you open it up? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I guess maybe you could probably hear it, like ing if they were all smashed versus
Yeah.
if they were whole, you know?
Yeah.
Um, Also, kids, if you're gonna buy something fucking ridiculous like that, buy insurance for that.
Yeah.
Like, make fucking UPS pay for it or whatever.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
yeah, that was pretty funny though. That guy, that guy had to be so depressed.
What
Uh,
some people find valuable over other things, though. I mean,
yep. And everybody gets their own choices in life, and so I get it. But man, whew,
yeah.
some people, 58 grand. Come on, man. I'll
Yeah.
let you have one of my busted ass kidneys for 58 grand. Like,
um. All right. Okay. So as we all know at this point, Skyrim, it's on literally anything and everything at the moment, and it is coming out with a anniversary edition, uh, which is going to come out again for anything and everything. You know what they're adding?
no.
Aquariums. Not like
What?
not better graphics, not like new weaponry or anything special or extra like quests or anything. Aquariums. The thing you fill up a tank that you fill up with water and put fish in and watch. That's being added.
It's like the most boring thing they could have possibly picked. It's
Yes.
like math books.
Yeah. Very well timed dun dun dun, by the way.
Like, uh, that's fucking ridiculous.
Yes. Yes, it is. And it's even more ridiculous in the simple fact of it's coming out again for the exact same consoles that it just came out for like a year and a half ago.
Well, I'm
What?
sure it'll be on next gen too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's coming out for all existing consoles that are like next gen and current gen kind of a thing.
Right.
And it's just like, why? Why are we
Because
doing this?
some assholes out there will be like, "Yay, I can't wait to play Skyrim again."
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
those people exist. Like, I mean, they wouldn't put that on your fucking toaster if people weren't buying it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True. Yeah.
that's the sad state of things, is that like there is no end to people. Like, I'm sure that like if we teleported 10 years in the future and like you could get it running perfectly fine on fucking mobile devices, it would still sell.
Oh yeah. Oh
Like,
god, yeah.
it,
Yeah. As long
classic.
as the next Skyrim wasn't out or next Elder
Right,
Scrolls was not out yet.
right.
Yeah.
I can't believe they're being so fucking lazy about that. Like, weapons, you're right. Like, or quests, sure.
Yeah.
Like, but quests, I could understand. That is a lot of work, right?
Yes.
Like, that's a lot of work.
Yeah.
So I get that. But like weapons, that's just weapons. It's literally just putting the models in,
Mhm.
like, and give them whatever lightning, and this one does fucking fire or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
um, fucking aquariums. I wonder, does that? Can you? I can't even remember. Can you fish in Skyrim? I actually don't think you
I
can.
don't think so.
So that means like literally you put an aquarium in there and it would just come pre-baked in with fucking random fish. It's not like you could put like a legendary fish in there or something. You know what
I,
I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I don't know. I mean,
God, that is fucking boring.
yeah, I mean, honestly, I clicked on the article to be like, okay, what's the Skyrim anniversary getting now? And next thing I know, it's like, oh, aquariums. Whoop de fucking do.
No shit. No shit. Well, like, okay. Cool, I
Unless there's a
guess.
mod. Actually, considering it's like a re-release,
Oh,
people have to make all those mods again.
right. We
It's
talked about
not
that last week.
it's not a thing of they can just take, oh hey, these mods worked for the previous iteration of
Right.
Skyrim. They now need to go back in, retweak thing. Well, first off, retest it and see does it work, and if not, go in
I
and
wonder,
retweak shit again.
I wonder if that was part of their thinking of why they didn't want to do that much to like fuck over the mod, because that was, we literally talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Is that like with this new edition coming out, it could break a lot of shit for modders. So maybe they just went, well, the modding community's got it. Fuck it. Like, moving on. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like Yeah,
Blue actually mentioned here it will
I
include
believe.
fishing.
Oh, okay.
So
Well,
okay, so they're adding fishing and aquariums.
an aquarium.
Yeah,
Okay, so you could technically put a fish in.
in an aquarium.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
not that
good.
big of an improvement,
Yeah,
I'd
yeah,
say.
like to talk about a feature that nobody's asking for.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
thank God. Like now I can be bored virtually. No offense if you fish. Um,
In some games, it's actually fun.
yeah, Final Fantasy 15 had a pretty good one.
I was gonna say
Um,
also Stardew Valley.
yeah, Stardew Valley's fine.
Yep.
Minecraft not so much.
No.
You know, but um,
Yep.
fucking lazy bastards.
Yep.
Ugh. All right.
Tasty.
You want to go again? No, not
Okay.
really.
Uh.
Average run of the mill burp.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. New World. We talked about this recently as far as it blowing things up and them also doing character transfers for servers as long as it's within the same region. Um, they're delaying that yet again because apparently they found, or someone in the community found, a horrible, horrible gold duping exploit.
Yeah, I saw that.
So it's
It
kind of,
completely.
yeah,
Oh, sorry.
it completely and totally decimates the economy in
Yep.
game. So it's like, yeah, we're gonna hold off on character transfers at the moment because this would just break everything.
Yeah, I saw that it was so bad that like people are like literally just trading items straight up.
Yeah,
Like, here's this, here's that. Like, okay, thanks.
yeah,
Because it literally tanked their entire economy.
yep.
Which I've heard wasn't that great to begin with. So could you imagine how bad it must be now? Because if there's just like infinite piles, it's like real life, you know. If there's
Mhm.
infinite piles of money, that means that's fucking toilet paper. It's worthless, you
Yep,
know.
yep, exactly.
Um, that's really fucked up. Um, and I wonder like how fast that spread to like, you know, one person tells one person and then those people tell two people, you know what I'm saying? So like
Oh,
word of mouth.
easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that shit spreads so fast. It's not even funny considering the simple fact of like even if one person was doing it on stream and say it's not a huge channel that's doing it, what however many viewers that they have, their viewers then know, and then those viewers, if they're not in the same guild as them, they'll then tell their guild mates, and it just yeah.
Yeah. And again, we also are living in the day and age of Reddit.
Yep.
You know, if one of those dudes was a Reddit user, put it in the fucking New World thread, and then bam, everybody knows it. Like, um, yeah, that's pretty bullshit.
Mhm.
What are they gonna do?
Yeah, Savage says, yeah, I know. I sold someone some wood in New World and made thousands of gold. Yeah, it's like,
And like, see, here's the real problem too, right? You can't. Let's talk about this. Like, you can't take the pee out of the pool,
yep,
right?
exactly.
So now that gold exists. So now what the fuck are you gonna do? There's no way to monitor or track any of that shit. At least gold transferring hands, right? Like maybe you could cut the bug out itself, obviously, and then anything that was reproduced you could get rid of, but you still can't remove the gold from the economy. What are you gonna do? Just say, all right, everyone, I'm just going into the server and everyone loses 50,000 gold, for
Yep.
example.
Yeah.
Like that just sucks, man. That sucks.
Uh-huh.
Like, ugh.
And as far as character transfers with insane amounts of gold, the only thing I can think of right off the top of my head is something that Final Fantasy XIV did originally. When you transferred characters, the most you could bring was, I think, on your person, the most you could bring, I believe, was 1,000,000 gold. And
It was a cap.
yeah, and the most that you could have on your two retainers, or however many retainers you had, was 100,000.
Okay.
So if you
So
had
you,
more than that, it's gone.
wow.
But there was a gold to item economy in the game as well, where it's basically okay, I buy this for 10,000 gold, and I can then take that to the new because it my new server because it brings me under that gold cap. And then
Oh,
over there I
yeah.
can just vendor trash it for that 10,000.
Huh.
So,
Yeah. That's yeah, that's a tricky problem.
huh?
Like, because you don't want to leave, like, you don't want to leave a character, like a person, and their character completely piss poor, right?
Right. Right.
But you don't want to let them. Yeah, okay, you can just take your entire bank,
Yeah.
you know, because then you kind of flood that market, you know.
Yep.
Um, yeah,
And
that's odd.
yeah,
It's a weird.
and the only quote unquote answer I can come up with is if they knew it started as of like this certain patch and it's now gone past that patch,
Rollback.
get the fix, roll back to the patch, send out a massive apology to everybody who's been playing in that time frame, but also then uh, in that rollback apply the fix as well to prevent any gold duping to occur in the first place.
Yeah, but like with a game as New World, and
Yeah,
I actually read an article yesterday that they're already like hemorrhaging people because of this.
yeah, oh yeah.
And you're super new, so you don't want to screw because what if somebody legit
Hmm.
earned a bunch of money during that time? You don't want to fuck that guy over and like accidentally,
Oh yeah.
um, yeah, that's a real clusterfuck. Yeah, I don't know how I would deal with that. Because
Not to
usually,
mention the tech issues that they've been having with graphics cards and like that, and just like
right?
this is not a good thing at the moment for them.
No. The one thing I will say that is at least somewhat good, streamers are still playing it. Like I saw even Shroud playing it the other day. So I mean they do still have some positive motion, but like another one of these and you probably killed your game.
Killed, yeah, oh easily.
Especially because MMO players have a tendency to go back to what's familiar to them
Oh yeah,
and they don't want to leave their little comfort zone.
yep.
So if they give a new game a try and then they have something like blow up in their face, they're like, fuck it, I'm not coming back. Fuck this game.
Especially
Uh,
considering how November 22nd, that's when the next expansion for Final Fantasy 14 drops. And I guarantee you they're going to be bleeding
yeah.
players left and right for that.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
because apparently the next expansion for Final Fantasy 14 is going to be the biggest one yet, and it's like holy crap,
No.
that's huge. So,
And they've already been eating people's lunch.
oh,
Like,
it's past WoW as far
yeah.
as popularity. So it's
Yeah.
like okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Which we did talk about that last week as well.
We did. In fact. Crossing stuff off. Speaking of fuck ups that like are kind of fucking funny, but not really. BlizzCon 2022 was supposed to happen in January. Not fucking happening anymore. It was going to be online only. So now 2 years running, they are not doing BlizzCon, not even digitally. Um,
Considering they've had bad PR going for at least I would say a year now
yeah,
straight, I honestly can't blame them for not doing it.
yeah.
Um,
The press release said, "Oh, it takes a lot of time and money and effort for us to do this," and I think that all of us kind of read in between the lines there and went, "Mhm, sure, that's
mhm,
why." Not
yeah.
because you don't want to get flamed for 3 days straight for whatever garbage you're gonna show us, like another fucking panel about Diablo fucking Immortal or
Diablo,
whatever.
yeah, that
Like,
was just
ugh.
hilarious.
Like, are you serious? Like, fucking, um, yeah, like, fuck them, fuck Blizzard, like, whatever. But that sucks again. Like, it's just another thing where it's just like, God damn, you guys suck. like, like, this is coming to a point where I just have to go, man, you guys just suck. Like, no offense, but this is just brutal. Like, and I know that there's people who are still, playing Blizzard games and enjoying them. So all you're doing is going, fuck you to those guys too. Like, you know what I'm
Mm,
saying? Like, what the fuck, man?
yeah, but I mean, considering the simple fact of Blizzard has had their effectively their current environment going for I want to say at least close to a decade.
Yeah.
It's like you guys should have seen the amount of shit you've been painting all over every single surface of your office.
Agreed.
And to now sit here and be like, "Oh, we didn't know it was this bad." I'm sorry, when you have to show up to your office in a hazmat suit, no, you know it's that bad. You're just ignoring the problem.
Yeah. And honestly, like, again, it sucks for the people who like Blizzard, but fucking good lord, man. Like this is like voting for Satan and then being like, what? There's all these demons all over the place. It's like, yeah,
Exactly.
dude, you fucking voted for Satan. Like you gave Satan your money. Like, what the fuck did you think he wasn't gonna buy big battle tanks? Of course he's gonna buy big battle tanks. He's got Satan money now.
Yep,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, that I don't know. But it's crazy, dude. They've been doing BlizzCon for like fucking 16 years or something.
Oh yeah, easily.
Um, so like 2 years in a row, like the COVID thing, we all get right. Like we all
Yeah,
get that.
yeah,
That is a big, fuck off to everybody.
yeah.
Um, but like this just being like, all right, if we just lay low and don't have a BlizzCon, and then we don't get like that's your best option is to basically hide, and like. God damn. So I wonder. So that's gonna be 2022.
Yep.
I wonder if even in 2023 they'll have their shit together enough, or if at this point they'll just go, "Fuck it, no more BlizzCon."
Yeah.
Like, the
Honestly,
world is
honestly, I'm wondering, is this effectively the beginning of them not necessarily digging their grave because they've already dug it? It's
yeah,
more or less a thing of, is this effectively them standing in the bottom of their grave and beginning to pull the dirt on top of them?
right. Because
Um,
the people who do care are now left with a big cold fuck you.
yeah.
Yeah,
So, I mean,
whatever.
yeah.
See ya. Like,
Exactly.
whatever.
Exactly.
Peace out, you bunch of shitlords.
Yep.
All right, you can go.
Um we talked about this a little bit last week, like just touched on the topic of at least the game. Truck Simulator, American Truck Simulator, and European Truck Simulator. They now are going to be having multiplayer mod support on their servers.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool.
So that's actually really kind of cool because before it was just like, hey, I'm driving around in effectively a what is a simulated multiplayer game, but it's
Mhm.
all just bots. And it's like, But now you can actually jump on servers that are multiplayer enabled. And the big thing with the concept of having these mods is you can deck out your truck exactly how you want it. If you want the light, like 47 million lights on it to be spaced oh so slightly apart, you can do that. If you want a giant flaming pink and rainbow colored truck, you can do that.
Me.
I mean, you can literally do anything you want now as long as the servers you're on are mod supported. And
Yeah,
you can do it multiplayer, so you can show it off to all your friends too,
yeah.
which is really
It
cool.
always it makes me think of you ever seen Japanese 18 wheelers? There's like an entire I'll just shorthand it for you. There's an
Yeah.
entire subculture of truckers in Japan who fucking pimp their fucking trucks out. Like LEDs, huge paintings on the side because once you go private, you can
Yeah.
just be like, whatever, it's my truck.
Oh yeah.
Um, so there's this huge community of it, and I've actually like looked at it like quite a few, but I've lost some hours looking at like all these fucking cool ass fucking trucks in Japan. I would totally rock one of those. That'd be badass.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
um, and I like Truck Simulator. It's probably because there's like a boring guy who also lives in here. Put on a podcast and just drive. It like, gets to like fucking decompress. Um,
It's very zen.
so Blizzard is the living embodiment of the old problem. Um, uh, yeah, so I think that idea, and who like somebody's gonna be driving a truck that like you honk the horn and it's like Randy Macho Man Savage is like, oh
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
like you know what I'm saying? Like there's totally gonna be that. Like it's gonna add like a level of humor and badassery that that game just by itself couldn't do. And even if they could, they'd probably charge you a couple bucks for skins and shit. So it's cool that mod sport, fuck it, like
Yeah,
let people do whatever they want to do. Um,
exactly.
and frankly, I gotta tell you, I could probably play that game with my friends. Just sit around in Discord, drive, shoot the shit, like just like taking a fucking road
Yeah.
trip.
Oh god, yeah. Yeah.
Um, so, um, kind of loosely speaking on this, um, I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I kind of. You ever have that moment where like your brain is the candle and the fire is going, and then all of a sudden like a heavy breeze comes and it like does like this. There's like a little bit of fire. Anyways,
Yep.
um, I saw God of War is coming to PC and Steam
Yep.
on January 14th. I want to say. Um,
I think it's
they
12th.
Okay. And if they priced it, it's gonna be $50.
Mhm.
And this is kind of like following in the footsteps of Horizon Zero Dawn or whatever with
Mhm.
Alloy or Aloy. Very clever naming, by the way. Um, nice to see that Sony is finally slowly kind of getting on board with this whole like, okay, guys, like if you make a $50 million game and you only sell it to people with your console, you're cutting out sales.
Yeah.
I never got to play that God of War, and now I was like, $50,
Oh yeah.
shit, I might pick it up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
whatever. I like the God of War series,
Mhm.
so shit, cool. You guys have my money now. Um, so that's pretty sweet. And I know that a lot of other people who are PC dudes who don't have PS4s will probably also be in the same boat. Yep, there you go. So right there, this is two nobodies on the internet. You got our $100. You
Mhm.
know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So that's good stuff. I like. Go ahead.
My question though is the next one in the storyline, God of War Ragnarok.
Mm,
Obviously, I read it's coming out to PS5.
yep.
Like, I don't even think they're doing PS4 for it.
Yeah, probably not.
Are they going to release it on PC shortly afterwards, or is it going to be a thing of, okay, hey, year and a half later, hey, guess what, PC, here you go.
That's what I would imagine. Right? Because that like if we're just talking sheer like purchases, dude, God of War sells consoles. You
Oh
know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now in this current climate of like where the fuck can you even get a PS5 or an Xbox Series X? Is it smarter to pivot a little bit more and be like, hey, you know what? PlayStation 5 and PC exclusive. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
but I'm not wearing a fucking suit. So probably they'll probably do what you said, where they'll do it for a year or whatever exclusive and then go, all right, hey, here you
Yep.
go. I think that's fine. Honestly, like,
Yeah.
I don't mind waiting.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, heck, there's like Darkest Dungeon 2 just came out today.
Right.
Do I want to get, and it came out on Epic Game Store only, and it's early access. Do I want to run out and pick it up and play it? Yes, I would like to go play it. Do I want to get it right now during early access? No. And again, it's because early access. A lot can change. Not to badmouth Red Hook, the game could fall flat on its face. Is it going to? No, because I'm already seeing a lot of people absolutely love it. So
Yeah.
it's going to do well. Will it be as well received as the first one? Has yet to
Well,
be seen.
and this is like another conversation completely almost, but
True. Yeah.
um the early access thing, I tend to avoid it. Not only because of I want your fucking product, dude. I don't go to a movie when it's in early access and see the first three-fourths of the movie and then have to wait until the last fucking fourth of the movie comes out. That's fucking ridiculous. No, I just wait until the entire movie is done and watch it.
Yeah.
Um, but I feel like the early access thing is to like gain money. But dude, those guys don't need money. I don't even know why they're fucking doing this unless Epic went, hey, we're gonna give you a big fatty check if you're exclusive to our store and with your early access, which is what I am imagining happened.
Yeah, I can see
Because
that being that.
Epic's still trying to, hey, we got another store over
Mhm.
here. It's literally, it's a Starbucks right across the street from like a local mom and pop place that's still trying to like hold the doors open.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. And proof that they're still trying to entice people over to the Epic Games Store, they continued their free games every week.
mhm.
So, I mean that there alone is proof that they're still trying to get people to convert over.
Yeah, yep. And like honestly, if you're a PC person and you're not doing that, you're basically leaving. And it might not be every week that you like the games, but you're leaving fucking money on the table, basically. Not like any of us don't have enough fucking games.
Yeah,
Not the '80s anymore.
yeah,
Um, like I literally sometimes look at my games list and I'm like, this is like a Netflix problem where there's just like too much shit, and I'm just like, yeah, fuck it, I'll just play something. Magic. There we go. Magic the Gathering.
yeah.
Done.
I mean, hell, I want to say it was like 2 months ago. Epic for their free game was like NBA 2K20 or something like that, and it's like I am never gonna play it. Purchase.
Sure.
I mean, it's free. Why the hell not? Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe all of a sudden my husband wants to play a basketball game.
Sure.
There you go.
Sure.
I have no clue.
And it's not like you have to like download it right then.
No, no,
You
it's
just hit
just
the
okay.
you just
Add
hit
this
the
to my
purchase
account.
button.
Done.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Is it me or you? I don't remember.
uh,
I think
we
it's you.
we kind of like both went there.
Oh, go for it.
Yeah, it was you because, or yeah, that was you because you did God of War.
Oh yeah.
Is
Yeah.
where we started that. Okay, we're going there. We hinted there before already. We're gonna go there. We're over an hour in. Um. Okay, quick little math question for you. What do you get when you add 1 plus 1?
Two.
Smart. Now, what do you add when you get 1 plus 1? What does 1 plus 1 equal? But on Pornhub.
Oh my god! You get a physicist teacher who teaches on Pornhub.
Yep.
Am I right?
Yes. Close.
Yay!
Close. I don't know about physics, but he's teaching calculus on Pornhub.
Calculus. That's what it was.
Dude is Taiwanese teacher, fully clothed. And I'm not talking like fully clothed in a tight-fitting bikini or anything like that. No, like I'm talking sweatshirt, t-shirt, uh, blue jeans, like the amount of skin I'm showing, that's what he's showing, kind of a thing. So it's not he's going there and being like, oh yeah, oh this is what.
Calculus.
Yeah, it's
Although
not.
I think that would work too, honestly. Like I think we'd be like much better society if we were teaching that way.
Blue, one dong plus one dong equals distraction from learning.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's just funny. It's like, wait, huh? Calculus on Pornhub? Okay.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Exactly. Why not? It's funny. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when I get bored, this is gonna fucking be a little slice of Alex Queen off the life for you. Sometimes when I get bored, I go on Pornhub and look for just weird shit that comes up, and like I found some really funny shit, like dudes like literally suggesting and like so I'll go to a video and then I'll just go to the comments, and so I know that nobody does that, but I do. And then you just go to the comments, and I'll just look down the list. Dude, one time there was like an entire fucking conversation, and one guy was like, "Hey, what anime should I just it started by just got done fapping. What anime should I watch?" And another guy responds and he goes, "Have you seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure?" And then like five dudes are like, "Dude, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is so good, man." Like I literally had to log in and go, JoJo is fucking fantastic. That first season's a little rough. It was like a paragraph, like everybody there. And then he was like, thanks, guys. Like, fucking awesome, man. Like, there is some stuff to Pornhub, some like nooks and crannies that you can get to that's like really like, not just dicks and puss or whatever. Um, Have you all seen the gentleman dude on there? White guy who has videos of him like opening doors and clearing kitchen counters for you. He blew up a couple of years ago. No, I have not, but I'm going to fucking search that out now. Thank
Ooh,
you, fucking
interesting.
RK. Yeah, that's amazing. I like that idea. There's probably a good section of ladies who would like just a video of a guy like listening. You know, like you just talk through the video and he's like, "Oh, no kidding.
That's
Oh,
fascinating. Yeah,
yeah, I understand." And with
yeah,
what your mother, said to you when you were a child, yeah, like what I'm saying.
yeah,
Like, I'm sure that would probably do well. They probably should do that, like live stream fucking boyfriends who are just like interested in what you have to say.
yeah.
Um,
That'd be actually kind of funny.
I swear he has one of those. That's funny. um, yeah, uh, you know, why not?
Yeah,
Um, so the other side of this coin, um, so speedrun.com.
yeah.
Okay. And I'm assuming everyone out there that's, watching knows what speedrunning is. Speedrun.com is a website that you use when you go to post your stuff, your posts and all that shit. They recently added a comment section uh, without thinking. So first of all, comment section has no cooldown, has
Mm.
instant access. You just literally click and it will just post it. No mod ability, so nobody can get rid of these comments. And it is being completely overrun by assholes. Of course.
Of course, why not?
Why not? One of the guys like huge on the speed run, liquid wi-fi was his name.
Yep.
He does runs of Simpsons, hit and run, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
He literally took all of his records down and left. He was like, "This is ridiculous. I'm protesting. This entire comment section is bullshit." I saw another dude who this was a tweet from him. He was like, "Yeah, just logged into speedrun.com. This is the first thing I saw, and all it said in all capital letters was faggot about 60 times." And he was like, "Fucking lovely. Yeah, nice job, guys." Like, so now people are leaving this legit, again, speedrunning is done from love.
Yep.
These people are a very weird community that love doing this shit. And one stupid mistake, and now they're getting completely swamped with dickholes.
Hmm.
Like, unbelievable, man. Surprising no one, exactly, RK. Like, I cannot believe in this day and age that you wouldn't think this through a little bit. Look at what's going on Twitch. Look at the comment section of any YouTube video. Like, just look at your fucking surroundings. And yes, I know that when you love something, you think that you're insulated from those assholes because we all love it. That's just way too fucking optimistic,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
Especially considering the simple fact of, okay, you're gonna add this whole comment section and no ability to mod it.
Mod it.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's like,
Let somebody remove messages.
yeah, that's just absolutely stupid.
Yeah, it's really not smart. And again, I'm sure, in their minds, they were thinking everyone was going to be posting videos and saying, "Wow, congratulations," which I'm sure that, some
Oh
people
yeah,
do.
yeah,
Um, it, it's shocking to me. This is like a tiny, quick side rant. If you watch a YouTube video that literally was published like 4 minutes ago and it's already got a downvote, like who are these fucking people? Like who are these people? Like, so you go onto a video, you like the content or you don't, but the first thing you do, you're like, gotta make my mark by hitting the fuck you button. Like, why?
yep,
Like, what is wrong with you? Get up. Did you not get hugged enough as a child? Like, what the fuck, you negative cunt? Like, yeah, it's very upsetting to me to like really look at the world on the internet. You're like, all dick bags.
yeah, yeah. I will say this: there are, because I just actually checked right now on some of my speed runs, because I am on there.
Shit.
And yeah, well, I mean, I'm world record holder technically on on Mayhem in Single Valley, so I'm also the only runner. But hey, still counts.
Congratulations.
Still counts.
Still counts. Definitely does.
You can moderate the comments by the run you post. So I can sit here and if I want, I can lock comments on this run. Meaning I'm assuming I can effectively there's also another thing for disable comments on this run. So if there are existing comments, I can lock them. If there are no comments or whatever, I can disable them entirely. So
Assholes ruining it for everybody.
But it's still also a thing of there's no way, as far as I know, to delete a comment if you're a moderator, kind of a thing. Which
there's no delete.
Not that I can see, at least on my runs.
Great. Good call, guys.
And I'm not really wanting to go dig into other runs and see if there's a way to delete them or anything like that.
Or even hide them, you know? And again, this goes back to like the kind of like the Twitch thing. Why is the earnesty on you?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, God, I fucking hate people, man. Thank you for anyone who's here, by the way. I appreciate all of you. But I fucking hate everyone else. And if you're one of those people, don't downvote things, you weirdo. I don't know, knit. I don't know. Yeah, I just like, man, this is why we can't have fucking nice things. Like, you know, like, because people are dickholes. When they think that they're like basically, you know, invisible and nobody can fucking check on them, people are fucking shitlords.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yep.
God, man. And I feel bad because the speedrunning community is really small and are really nice. Like everyone that I've ever met, and I've been to a couple like speedrunning events and stuff, and I've always had a good time. And I'm not even one of you, you know?
Yep. I mean, hell, I've been in a GDQ. It was a community spotlight thing for Dendara, and I had an absolute blast in being a part of it. And yeah, it sucks to see something like that happen.
Yeah, and it also sucks to see the sheer like childlike naivety that like this came about. You know, like this can only be used for positive things. Like,
yeah. Yeah, much like the person who decided to make a Yelp kind of app, except instead of for reviewing places, reviewing people. She released it, and then like within a matter of minutes, she had like umpteen thousand negative reviews on herself, and it's like, you didn't think of this?
Yeah, seriously. Like, no offense, lady, but you are stupid. Like,
yeah.
You're the first one. Like, that'd be like if Tom, like from MySpace, this dates me. If Tom from MySpace, you know, when you started a MySpace account, Tom was your only friend. If you could literally go to Tom's webpage and be like, "Fuck you, Tom," like, you know, people would do that. Like, God, dude. Ugh. Also, I don't really want to know what people think about me. I already know that most people fucking think I'm an asshole. Like, I don't, frankly, need that out on the internet. I actually heard that there was, and I never looked into this because I didn't want to know. And if you're out there, probably don't do this yourself. That there was a website basically made for exes, and you could enter your ex and then just shit talk the fuck out of them, and literally be like, you know, -1 star, came too early or whatever. Like, you know, like, oh god. So I did not Google that one. People do it to Zuck. Yeah, no, fuck Zuck. Robot.
Yeah.
All right. So you can go. Sorry.
Okay. Phasmophobia. They had they had a huge update. Well, yeah, actually a huge update. It was like a 2 gig update, I think. New ghosts, new maps, difficulty tweaks. So now on like amateur difficulty, where you would, if you died from the ghost killing you, it's not, oh shit, all the shit I brought is now gone. You get refunded, I want to say it was like half the value of it. So really cool there. And just the simple fact of more ghosts, more maps. Yes, please.
Outdoor map too.
Yes. That's
cool.
That's the big thing there is it's a outdoor map for at least one of them. And I'm looking forward to playing that this Friday again. So
how do you plug for us?
Stop on by. Come on, check it out, guys. You know you want to.
Yeah, we'll be here on Friday night at 8 o'clock until probably 11 to midnight ish.
Yep.
checking that shit out. Yeah. The other thing that I noted in there, finally, you can just pick any location now.
Oh, cool.
You
Very
don't,
cool.
yeah, yeah. So you're not just like,
The
okay,
the
what
same two over
three
and over.
missions?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I
very
mean,
cool.
shit, we got stuck doing the school like 3 times in a
Yeah,
row,
three,
right?
4 times. Yeah, something like that.
Um, so yeah, that's pretty dope. And they said there was two new mobs, two new ghosts, right?
I
Or three.
I forget the exact amount of new ghosts, but it was new ghosts.
Yeah, I think it was three.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to play on Friday. I like Phasmophobia. I think that's a fun game. Four, okay,
Yep.
cool. Um, and there was a couple other little like things that was kind of interesting. I hope this isn't boring anyone to tears, but the couple of things where I was like, oh, that's a little weird. Like now, so you have the UV light that you can see ghost fingerprints. There's a percentage of time where the ghosts won't leave fingerprints, but they will still have the capability of it, which is kind of fucked up because Phasmophobia at the end of the day is almost more like a puzzle game, right?
Yes.
Like, did this happen? Did this happen? Okay, through process of elimination, we know it's this type of ghost. By throwing in that random element, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
yikes, why? Why
Yeah.
would you do that? That's making things more confusing. The other thing that I saw um, on hard difficulty and higher, the ghost can move rooms, which is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, if you're into Phasmophobia, get some friends together. That game's fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, the other thing that they added, weather.
Yeah, how the fuck is fog going to affect the inside of a fucking school? I don't really understand that. Right?
Uh,
Because we're opening the door. Like I know how fog works in real life. If it's mad foggy out, like London fog,
yeah.
and I open my door and I close my door to come into my house, fog doesn't like just come in and then like my house is foggy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
so I don't
Right.
really understand that. The rain, I guess I understand,
Yeah.
but
Um, the one thing I will say with the fog, and it for from my own personal experience, it wasn't really fog. Uh, I in high school I did swimming. I was on the swim team, and there were times during practice because the swim season for boys high school was like smack dab middle of winter. There were times where we would open one of the exterior doors, and because it's so humid in the pool area, instantly we would get a fog just billowing in from that door. So we would literally just be swimming through a fog. But it's like, okay,
that's a pretty specific situation.
right?
Like,
Considering like, okay, the odds of the humidity being that high in like these abandoned places that you're going to in the game,
right.
not very much. Considering they're abandoned, it's not like a maintained pool.
Yeah.
So
It is cool. The one new map is the campsite.
yeah.
That's a very classic horror setting, you
Oh
know what I'm
god, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
Like so that's I was like, hell yeah, like let's go.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm
Yeah,
excited
yeah,
for Friday.
yeah.
Why don't you go again? Because I'm down to two.
Oh good lord, I've got like another 7 or 8.
Oh, go.
All right. Doom Eternal got a new horde mode today in update 6.66. Shocking
Man,
amaze on that update patch number. They also described that in this horde mode, originally it was supposed to be slated as a invasion mode reminiscent of Dark Souls. But then unfortunately COVID hit, and well,
Horde
yeah,
mode it is.
horde mode. So
Horde mode. Enough.
so yeah, that dropped today. That's pretty cool.
It's free too,
Yes, free update.
which is hey, free stuff, cool stuff.
Yep. Let me hell, I'll just go again.
Yeah,
Because you said you got what, like 3, 4?
yeah. Do you have a Destiny one so I can take a slash?
Uh, not officially, but I do
I'm
have a Destiny piece here. I remembered seeing one, so go for it.
okay. All right. I'll be right
Um,
back. Give me 1 minute.
Destiny, they did another update for something. I didn't really look into it much. But shock and amaze, they broke PvP horribly yet again. Basically, someone found a exploit where, if I remember correctly, the Titan uses their bubble super. So they create that Titan bubble around them, and it just like is a fountain of orbs of power coming out of them from. I think it's either as long as the bubble is active or as long as they're in the bubble. It's literally just a fountain of orbs spewing out, and it's just like, okay, yep, that's broken in PvP. Shock and a fucking amazement, they broke their PvP again. And for once, it wasn't the Telesto fusion rifle, which I'm amazed at, to be honest, because that's pretty much the source of all their PvP fuck ups is Telesto. But hey, whatever. I guess they're trying to change it up, expand their region of fuck uppery. Next thing let's go to is all right, you know the game Dwarf Fortress?
Sure do.
All right. Have you actually like played it, or do you just know it, kind of a thing?
I just know of it.
Okay. Dwarf Fortress, for those who aren't aware, the basic version of it is it's played in effectively a Windows command prompt window, kind of a thing. So you're effectively restricted to ASCII characters. Well, not anymore. There's a Steam version that actually has actual UI elements. Like,
Really?
yes, like actual like dwarves you can see moving around and things like that. And it's like, ooh, that actually might be worth checking out now, because I don't need some sort of like cheat sheet off the side to realize what I'm actually looking at anymore. So that might
That's
actually
cool.
be pretty cool to check out.
Did you look and see how much it is, or if it's just free? I'm assuming it's free, right?
I did not check how much it is. You're gonna head out, Celtic? No problem.
Like, yeah, I'd play that.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, then again, I'm pretty easygoing.
Yeah, yeah, true.
I was actually thinking about picking up Power Washer the other day. I was like, I want to pick up Power Washer. I feel like that'd be a real zen thing, like, just fucking clean some shit.
I've heard power washing simulator is really good. I've also heard gas station simulator is pretty good too.
Oh, I saw that. The one where you actually have to clean up a gas station, right?
Yeah, yeah. I've heard both of them are actually really good. By the way, it's also a full service gas station. So it's you running out to the car, pumping the gas, because the person that's fucking driving the car apparently doesn't know how to use a fucking gas pump. So
yep, that is true.
Like, how many of those are actually in the world today?
Yeah,
probably not a
seriously.
lot.
Probably not. Like, you know what they should do? They should make a phone booth simulator where you have to go and like actually fix up and maintain phone booths, because again, that's like the fuck. I literally cannot even think about the last time. Yeah, even public phones. I can't even remember the last time I've seen one of those. I remember there was like a bank of them at the mall.
Yeah.
Complete little side right here. They stupidly left the numbers, because you remember, like, back in the day, like, they had the number of the phone. So one day, me and my buddy Matt went to the Oakdale Mall and we wrote down every single phone number for every single one of those banks. And then when we went home, all we did was just prank call each like different phones and just like see if people would answer, and then we just say stupid fucked up shit to them. Like, we were very bored. Like, when you were a kid in like the 90s, before the internet existed, we had to like really stretch to make some fun.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyways,
we did definitely. Stardew Valley. The creator of Stardew Valley has another game coming out soon. Yeah, has another game coming out soon. Soon, by the way. He hasn't said when or anything like that. It's just he has another game coming soon. Haunted Chocolatier. The art style is the exact same as Stardew Valley. It is not connected to Stardew Valley in any way, shape, or form other than the art style.
Oh, no shit. I was thinking that it was going to be kind of in the same universe.
It is, well, it may be the same universe, but it is not like in Stardew Valley kind of a thing.
Right.
It is not
Right.
a expansion to Stardew Valley. It is a separate game. And from what I've seen of it, it is actually looking really kind of cool.
I
Uh,
I mean, cooking things, right? I mean,
yeah, yeah, cooking things. The one thing I did notice is apparently, like, instead of just, hey, go to the store, buy ingredients or order them and get them, blah blah blah, things like that. It's it kind of looked like you open these doors that are in your mansion and you go through them, but because the doors open like a magic portal to a distant land, and you hunt creatures for eggs and flour and things like that. So it kind of ties in the mines
yeah,
from Stardew Valley, and it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. I really was hoping it wouldn't just be like another simulator type game, but being that it's adding in like a element from Stardew Valley, like the mines there, it's like, okay, this is actually kind of cool now.
and
Um,
isn't it called Haunted Chocolatier?
yes, yes,
Um,
I said haunted chocolatier.
Chocolatier, that's what it is. Um, that also is cool, like, because I love like, you know me, I love horror, so like, this also that sounds cool. Like, so what? I can make like raspberry parfaits that like curse the people who eat it, or like maybe the parfait itself is cursed. Like, I don't know. There's like a lot of cool room to work there, in that concept.
Right, right. From the bit I saw in the trailer,
Hmm.
it's more a thing of there are either one or many ghosts in your shop or factory or mansion or something like that, that like work for you. Because what?
Oh,
Yeah, because one of them was the guy running the cash register, and it's like, so the ghosts are helping you, and the other patrons are just walking around like, oh yes, here, Mr. Ghost, I would like to buy this chocolate parfait, and it's like, interesting.
can they even see the ghost? Like, what the
I
fuck kind of universe is this?
I,
Like,
I don't
what the fuck?
know, but I mean,
I want to
it's
phasmophobia that.
you want phasmophobia. Screw your polite
That
ghosts.
ghost, that ghost is making the hell out of that pudding. Like,
Yeah,
mark that down. He's probably an oni. Like, yeah, I think that's a cool concept. That's really interesting.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, why the hell not? Like, fucking, and honestly, um, I like that guy. He busted his ass for Stardew,
Mhm.
so he'll probably bust. And he's probably made a fuck ton of money, so good for him.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
I'll totally support him for another title.
yep.
I mean,
That and the simple fact of he didn't snub his nose at the modding community.
right.
Like when people started knocking at his door, being like, "Hey, I've got this couple of mods and whatnot," he wasn't like, "Oh no, you can't do that." No, he was like, "Okay, cool, fine,
All
awesome.
right. No.
If you found a way that you think makes my game better, cool, better on you."
Yeah.
So,
Um, I think I also have a huge soft spot for food making games like Cooking Mama.
mm,
I fucking love Cooking Mama. It's a bummer that that series doesn't exist anymore. Um, but like I love making any sort of food thing. I like cooking in real life. I just like that. So if there's some sort of rating system and it's based on ingredients or how you have to cook it, like mini game esque kind of thing, dude, I will 100% tell you I will be streaming that, like 100%.
yep.
That is right in my fucking wheelhouse, honestly.
I have 5 left.
Go for it. I go. Well, okay. Do you want here? I want to do this one.
Okay.
Um, so did you see? Okay, let me back up a smidge here. Last year, Sony purchased Evo. Do you know what Evo is? Evolution Gaming Tournament.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. For those of you who don't know, Evo is not even arguably, it is the biggest fighting game tournament in the world every year. They have multiple games that they run. Usually it's nine different games. And it's based on popularity usually because, it's hosted in Las Vegas. Started off very, very small, as every tournament does, and just over the years, blah, 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 blah. And over the last couple of years, thankfully, the fighting game community has gotten bigger again. We got through a rough patch, and now we're here, and that's great because I'm a huge fighting game guy. So um, Sony buys Evo. Now let's flash forward to this story. Sony had a patent put out last year that allows viewers to vote on removing a player from an ongoing game.
Now, when you say player, are you talking like, say we're playing Street Fighter and people vote to remove Chun Li, or is it player as in you're playing I'm versus me and whoa,
Yeah.
ooh,
Yeah. So here's the rub. It's just the patent has gone through. So now that is an official, like they own that technology. Um, and it's you can pay to vote because of course Sony would fucking monetize it.
yeah,
Fucking scum fucks. Anyways, um, they said that they would need a 60% vote to remove a player. Uh, but literally, that is the fucking worst idea I have ever heard.
yeah,
Think about it because it could be applied to any live stream, this technology.
mhm,
So, with fucking rampant homophobes and racists and just fucking general shit people that exist, which is literally so many of them, no offense, people,
yeah,
other humans. Fuck you, you're gross. Anyways, um, so this technology would be you and I are playing live on stream, the people vote, they vote me off, and either they would have to cut stream or remove me. Dude, and the documentation is like, oh well, if somebody got removed they would just be put into another pool. So like it looks like they are thinking about doing this at Evo. What the fuck, what good could come of this?
yeah. Really, this is
Like,
straight up just hey, we want more money.
and like, again, I will fucking harp on this again, I don't give a shit, give me my fucking soap grate. Esports is still so young, right?
Mhm,
Like we're in such a like a new Wild West frontier here. We're just now starting to get like recognition like real sports, and that's just barely. And we're just barely getting this. And you want to fucking undermine? Could you imagine if you go to a football game, American football, and the crowd could vote to remove players on the fucking field?
yeah,
That wouldn't fucking work, would it?
yeah.
No. Like it is fucking absurd. Nobody would do that. I just feel like this is just such a like now again, there's no implementation of this or anything yet, but just the fact that it looms out there and that some jagoff thought that this was a good idea is like unbelievable to me.
Especially,
Like
especially considering the simple fact of only 60%.
also true.
I mean
Like
that's just barely over half, which I'm not saying that it'd be easy to do or anything, but that's just idiotic.
right. I mean legitimately like I just can't see any reason for this.
Yeah,
All it does is remove the integrity of the game. Like any game, I don't care if it's with a ball, I don't care if it's with a fight stick in front of you, I don't care if it's a controller, I don't care if it's keyboard and mouse. Games are meant to be played either team v team or 1v1. And if the audience has something to say about it, like who is playing that, that is just a bad idea.
yeah. Because at that point,
Like
it's just a popularity contest.
that's
It completely removes the game from the equation.
that's exactly right. That's exactly right. And my God, that is such a fucking terrible idea. I like I don't know. It's baffling to me. Like literally baffling.
Yeah,
Um yeah. So I don't know. I will obviously because I am in the FGC, I will keep my eye on this story, but it makes me worry even more. I was already worried when Sony bought Evo. I was
Yeah,
like, oh fuck,
this can't be
this
good.
is right. Like I mean, they could treat it kind of like Disney when they bought Marvel, where they just went, "Hey, we're just here for the checks and to give you checks. That's it. We're just this is a money situation, right? Like that's it. Hands off." Um, it could be, but it could be a corporation coming in and just corporatizing everything all the way up the ladder, and the only people who lose are the players and us, the audience.
Yep. Yeah.
Um, which could be really devastating, honestly.
Especially considering when you think about it, you could wind up getting to a point in like semifinals, finals. You're doing good. You're kicking ass. You're riding that high. And then all of a sudden the crowd's like, "Oh no, we don't like you." And they make you effectively kick you out of the finals.
Right.
You're now in this other pool, and what if they still don't like you? They kick you out of that. So now you're out of the tournament. And honestly, these tournaments aren't just, "Hey, I'm signing up, I want to enter." It's, "I'm signing up, I'm entering." You have a entry fee, obviously, as
Yep.
well. And
Yep.
I'm assuming it's not just like, "Oh, hey, here's my $5."
I
Like,
mean, and then air fights, fucking hotel, like, there's just so many reasons this is a bad idea.
yeah.
I I actually, when this came out, Jake sent it to me last week, and he was like, "Here's something to talk about on the show," and I was like, "Yeah, this is good, thank you." Um, I tried thinking about it from every angle of my stupid designer brain, and nothing good came out of any of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't. I don't know.
Yeah.
Fucking bullshit, man.
Yeah,
But
and
whatever.
considering the simple fact of like me, a guy who's not big into fighting games, can still recognize this is a horrible idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it has implications like touching like everything that like fucking Sony, owns. That
Mhm.
like they could do this. Like,
Yep.
ugh,
Yeah.
God, assholes. Anyways, all
Yeah.
right, I'm done.
Uh
Wait, and then this. Me. Okay.
yeah. Destroy All Humans 2 is getting a remake for
Yep.
those of you who have been living under a rock for like the last year. Um The cool thing is it's getting a remake. The kind of not so cool thing is it's only going to be available on PS5 and Xbox XS,
Series X.
yeah, consoles. The reason why the development studio specifically targeted those consoles instead of saying,
Mhm.
"Okay, those consoles and then the quote unquote current gen," is because they can now, on those, I guess, still next gen consoles, have have bigger maps that are
Mhm.
even more detailed than what the current gen consoles can manage. And it's like, okay, cool. Um I get it where they're what they're trying to do, but at the same point in time it's like you're picking up a game from PS2 era and doing a remake of. Now, having said that, okay, we've had the deluge of Resident Evils, which, okay,
And fucking Skyrim. We were talking about it earlier today.
well, with
They
Skyrim,
added a fucking aquarium. Like, like at least these guys are trying to fucking, make a bigger map and do some
true,
more. Like, I
true.
guess I kind of see it, but you're right. Like, it does feel suspiciously like, and I will say this fucking, like, I don't know, I'm saying this like I'm like a fucking, I don't like racist. Like, yeah, dude, and nobody likes racists.
Yeah.
Other race, right? Like, it feels like because this current gen Series X and PS5 have been out for a year. Now again, COVID, I get it. Dude, that library is pathetic
Mhm.
on both sides, you know? So I get it, like, try to bolster the ranks kind of a thing, but like I don't even know. I like um I like Kill All Humans or Destroy All Humans 1. I don't even know if I ever even played 2. But
Yeah.
this isn't selling me on a fucking next gen $500 fucking console.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like
Exactly.
who's asking for that? Like,
Not me.
not me.
Yeah.
Why? You know what? You want to fucking impress me? Make Destroy All Humans 3. Make
Yeah.
it on fucking current gen
Yeah.
and PC. I would
Exactly.
have been like, oh, cool. Like how many fucking dollars do you need from the PS2 fucking era?
Mhm. That's the other thing is in the article, it nowhere did it mention PC for targeted platforms as well. It was
That's weird.
PS5, Xbox Series X. It's
That's
like,
weird.
huh? Why no PC? What the fuck?
Yeah,
So,
that's weird. Especially because, obviously, God damn it. All right, there we go. I had like an eye booger, but it was like one of those ones that's like glass. It like felt like it
ooh.
was like cutting my eye. Sorry. Very professional talking about eye boogers.
Yeah, yeah. We're
You know
talking
what?
about
Everybody gets
Pornhub
eye boogers.
earlier, so
Yeah, sure. Um, whatever. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm just like whatever.
yeah.
Anyways, um, uh, and generally, we all know that PCs are stronger than fucking consoles by like almost an entire generation. On
Hmm.
average, it's like at least the same, right? Like an average person's PC is like the same as a current gen console.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, that's a very bizarre idea.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, sure, I'll pick it up for $12.
Odds are it's not going to be that price point,
No, no,
though.
no. I mean, like, I
But
know,
yeah.
but I'll just wait. Like I'll
Yeah.
wait until it hits a sale and
Yeah.
fucking all right. But I like that game. That game of like, okay, there's a new title coming out. How much money am I actually willing to spend? Because I very rarely at this point buy brand new games for their retail price,
Yeah.
unless it's a company that I really like, or a creator that I really like. I do not mind at all. Like, take my money. That is
Hmm.
totally fine.
Yeah.
But everything else, it's like, fuck you. I'm not buying the new Assassin's Creed for $60. Eat fucking nuts. You get fucking nothing. Like, all right, maybe when it drops out, if I saw it for sale for like $7, like 3 years after it launched, I'd be like,
Exactly.
all right, fine,
Yeah.
$7.
Yeah.
So I like that game. Whenever a game comes out, I go
Yep.
1750. Like, you know what I'm saying? You hit that threshold or lower, and I'll buy it. Anyways.
But also speaking of the Xbox Series X and S, they have expansion hard drives coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I hate to say it, but and they're coming out in 512 and 2 terabyte.
Yeah.
So 512 gigabyte and 2 terabyte sizes. The sad part, if you bought a Series, I'm assuming S is the smaller one.
Yes.
Okay. If you bought a Series S and are planning on buying a 2 terabyte hard drive expansion, what the fuck are you smoking?
Yeah. It's what
It costs $100 more for the hard drive than the console.
So what's I put it at?
$399. Yes.
Oh God.
Yes.
I
Exactly.
just made the face when I smell my own farts. Good Lord, that's bad.
Yes.
Oh my God, that is ridiculous. And space is cheap nowadays.
Mhm.
And you can't. So with Sony, at least you can use an external hard drive as long as it's on their list of like,
Approved
this is
and
fine.
meets their tech
Right.
stats. Yes,
Right.
exactly.
At least you could buy those. That's fucking highway robbery, bro.
Well, here's the thing though. Even the PS5, you can now add in a new NVMe hard drive
Yeah, I saw that.
internal. The thing is though, Microsoft, if you want to upgrade the storage capacity for your Xbox Series X and S, you have to go to Microsoft.
Yeah.
And there's a partnership between Microsoft and Seagate, which is the one that's supplying the hard drives. So there is no competition. They can set their price to whatever the fuck they want. And there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. And I'm sure that prices will drop once they see like nobody's gonna fucking do that. That's like absurd. Like that's absurd. That's a fucking Neo Geo when Neo Geo's launched. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Like,
Oh, yeah.
and I remember I knew one person who had that because fucking $600. Like, what the fuck? And this is just for a fucking memory upgrade? Ugh,
Yep.
bad look.
Oh yeah.
Yikers.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh
That's not a good
man,
thing.
they do. They, I will say they do look nice. Like at the very least, like they're aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
But still, ugh,
Mm.
get that. Frankly, um, I'm kind of like, ooh, don't tempt fate here. I am glad that I had to. I'm going to try to phrase it this way. I'm glad that I had to upgrade my PC forcibly because of the lightning strike.
Yep.
Because I really did put myself in a place where now if I just upgrade my graphics card, that's it. Like, okay, I've future proofed myself for another fucking whole generation, so 7 to 10 years. Um, like with this, like, are you fucking kidding me, dude? And Aaron has a Series S. And with the size of games getting so much more absurd, every fucking AAA title is like a minimum of 60 to 70 gigs without expansions after, which always
Uh-huh.
fuck off, man. No, that is ridiculous.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. All right. So one of the last ones I've got here, I've got three left.
Oh, we're at 152, so we're about still on course.
Okay. Metroid Dread. This is an interesting one. Um, a lot of people are sitting here complaining, saying, "Hey, I'm soft locked. I can't proceed." Um, all sorts of shit like that. You're not soft locked.
No.
Believe it or not, you're not soft locked. You're missing things as far as bricks you should be shooting or things like that. And it's really funny because I remember going back and playing Metroid, Super Metroid, things like that, and hell, even Metroid Prime. And it was a lot, quite often a thing of like, there's nowhere for me to go, or I'm like, what's going on? There's nothing here. People are just, I would have to say, in this day and age, for a lot of gamers, it's a thing of they're not being spoon fed the answer.
Yeah.
Because, like, going back to Metroid and Super Metroid, even Metroid Prime, there were a hell of a lot of hidden items, hidden passageways, things like that, that you just had to know. And
Use the bombs, fire all the missiles, shoot all the places.
yeah. Whereas now, a lot of times, people are like, "Oh, there's nowhere to go. What do I do? I want the answer. You're not spoon feeding me the answer."
I
And
say to jump. Thanks.
yeah, yeah, and it's like, come on, guys. you should
So,
you should know how to play a game at this point. Look for the damn things.
so interestingly, I saw. Do you know who Dave Jaffe is?
Go on. I think I know, but yeah,
Dave Jaffe's the guy who is like the producer and kind of creator of God of War.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I saw a video the other day of him. He was streaming Metroid Fusion, and he was bitching about how bad this design was because he got stuck in an area and couldn't figure out where to go. He had to shoot. He had to missile up at the ceiling. Um, and whoever made the video supercut a bunch of like other streamers and YouTubers, literally going into the same room, going, "Oh, boop," and then just shooting it and just going on, and then it cuts back to him like, "This is why this is terrible design because I can't understand what's going on," and I'm like, "Wow, dude, you just got fucking wrecked." Like, and it does show the difference, right? Like, exactly. Like, and it does show the difference, right, between new school game design versus old school game design, where
Mhm.
we didn't have our hands held. It was like, fucking figure it out or don't. Like, that's just all there is to it.
Yeah,
I appreciate that mentality. Like, some things should be held like that, especially Metroid. Like,
yeah.
100%ing all those games is hard,
Oh god, yeah.
and time consuming. Um, but yeah, it was just actually one of them was Jared from Pro Jared, and literally he looked up and he goes, "Well, duh," and he just fired. I was like, That's my boy. Like, all right, cool. Like an older fucking gamer, like he knows what's up. Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. And fuck you, Dave Jaffe, if you're out there.
Yeah.
Don't prick.
Yeah.
Fucking call that bad design because you don't like. And I get it. Like, like the Metroid is hiding stuff, right? Like
Oh
that
yeah.
they
It's
constantly do.
always been like that.
Right, exactly. Which means at some point you just never played Metroid. So you
Mhm.
just never knew to like fucking do that. Now, is that a little different for current like game design? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
But if would you go in Dark Souls and be like, this needs an easy mode? No, it's a core fucking pillar of that game slash series. All right.
Alrighty. I've got 2 left.
I got one.
Okay.
I bet yours is Halo. One of them is Halo.
Yes.
All right. You want to do that one now?
Let me do this other one first because it's a just kind of like a little throwaway side note thing.
Fart and wind, as my mom used to say.
Yep, I remember her saying that too. Razer, the company that makes all sorts of peripherals and shit like that, keyboards, mice, headsets. Yeah. They're now getting into actual computer component hardware. Yeah, that's kind of what I said at first. They've now come out with a all-in-one cooler and a power supply unit. And shock and amaze, go figure, in typical, or at least modern typical Razer fashion, they're RGB. Like barfing RGB.
Yeah. Dude, honestly, I don't want to make this a thing, but I like RPG. Like I literally I like fucking flashy lights and shit, whatever. I am that guy. Exactly. Like, dude, you just see me inside my PC. It's
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah. Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I gotta buy a fucking mouse pad. A mouse pad. And I literally am probably gonna buy one with fucking RGB on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's got a plug. It's a mouse pad. I really shouldn't be going this far, but I'm like, I could make this thing light up. $15.
I'm for a keyboard. I'm rocking the Logitech G910.
Yeah, I'm using a Corsair, and it's all flashy light up.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah. As far as mouse pads, like you mentioned, Logitech has a RGB mouse pad. Although theirs, I will say this: it also, if you have like a wireless mouse, it will charge it while you're using it, while the mouse is on the mouse pad.
Nice.
Yes.
That is nice.
So it's like, okay, that I can understand why it's RGB, because you're using the mouse, you're charging the mouse. It's like, okay,
cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, no, that's very futury. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I will say this, though, for a lot of people that are out there, be it streamers, regular gamers, whatever, that sit there and have a drink by their stations and then spill it.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of fucked on that part, though.
Yeah.
So
I have like an entire like side desk thing that's like this piece of shit from like fucking Target. That's where I keep my shit now because I have spilled fucking beer on my keyboard 5 times. I've done it 5 times. So now this is my brand new one. And it's nice, and the little fucking buttons come off and all that shit.
yeah.
And I was like, nope, side table, fuck that.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's talk Halo.
Yes, Halo. For those of you who have been living underneath a rock for the past, I don't know how long, Halo Infinite.
Halo is a game. Oh,
yeah.
Like, Halo is a game with a green guy called Master Chief.
Yeah. It came out originally on the Xbox, not the Xbox One, not 360, the Xbox.
With Duke.
Yeah.
You can stop a boat with that thing. I love that thing. Do you know that? I know this is a silly little side note. Did you know they're remaking the Duke?
Oh, good lord!
Literally, legitimately,
I think I saw that. Yeah, I think I did see that.
Fucking funny. I know I would never buy one, but man, that is funny. Like, if I had disposable income, I might buy one, just like put it up there or something. Just for conservation's sake. But anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
So yeah, Halo Infinite, the next iteration of or installment, I should say, of the Halo franchise. I guess the first big note is we have a release date now for the game. So that is going to be awesome. It is going to be December 8th of this year. So pretty much just right around the corner, which is incredibly cool.
Yep.
The multiplayer is going to be free to play. It's going to be on Steam. I'm assuming it's also going to be free to play on consoles as well.
Yep.
So, okay. Obviously, Microsoft game, it's going to be a day one
Game
Pass. Which this might actually get me into Game Pass.
So good.
Yeah. But the other kickers here are the simple fact of they've now teased out a trailer for the campaign. And admittedly, at first when they said it with no trailer, I was like, open world, huh? I had my reservations, but the way they're doing it, it's like, okay, here's this gigantic map. Here are some objectives. What do you want to do?
Right.
So it's like, okay, they're doing it from like a tactical open world kind of perspective. That I can respect. Because the way it kind of looks to me is it's a thing of, okay, they're all these other objectives, like the one that they showed was a resource depot. So it's like, okay, if you go take out this resource depot, which is probably a side quest thing, and then go further on the main quest, is that going to mean further on the main quest they'll have not as much reinforcements or weaponry?
That's kind of what I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, this is
cool.
Yeah, it's going to be really cool. I'm really interested in a lot of what they're kind of doing there, let alone just the simple fact of the grappling hook. That fucking looks awesome.
Yeah.
It's also going to be an absolute nightmare in PvP, but hey.
So in PvP, it's literally a power weapon.
Oh, it is? Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
which kind of pisses me off because it's like, dude, that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Like if everybody had it, like that, like but now it's just like.
Well, I can guarantee you, once Forge comes out, they'll like people will make like Rocket Ball
specific maps,
except have that be the only weapon on the thing. So
yeah. I mean, like, it's weird. So I started off being more hype about the fucking multiplayer than I was about the single player. And now it's kind of switched because I watched Weber play a shit ton of the beta and it did like the exact opposite thing that a beta should do. I went,
yeah.
Well, okay. I mean, I'll probably play some of it, but
okay. I will say this though. Yes, you watched a whole crap ton of the beta and like that, but we were also looking at Splitgate too.
Yeah, I know.
So Splitgate was kind of yeah.
Like, I just go play Splitgate. Like, fucking, I'd rather just go play Splitgate.
Yeah,
it's a funner game. I actually saw you playing it earlier today. I think the single player campaign is going to be really cool. I actually really can't wait. It sucks that they're not going to be able to do multiplayer right off the bat during the campaign. But I'm like that, dude. That's gonna be fun, dude. Like, all right, you go hit the fucking depot. I'm gonna go do this. Like, fucking, we can just split up and drive around and like, yeah, I'm really excited. The new Nerf Needler image price was released today. Yes, I saw that too. It looks exactly like the fucking Needler. It is really dope looking.
Cool.
I would also very much like to purchase one of those. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. They also, after the feedback from I guess the closed beta, people were bitching like about the graphics and stuff. But like again, it was 6 or 7 months ago at this point.
Yeah.
They also revealed the new Brute. And he looks badass, dude. He's got like this, Brutes are like the big like monkey dudes.
Yeah.
They like he's got like this big metal thing over his like jaw and shit, and like his armor kind of almost looks like the Mjolnir armor that Master Chief wears. It's really cool looking. I was like, damn, that looks awesome. Yeah, I'm really excited for this, especially because again, day one Game Pass, baby. Fucking $12. Shut up. Take my money. Boom. Hit you in the face with it. Like I'm very excited. Like it's cool to be excited about a new Halo game. Also, you didn't mention this. The darts even light dim. Yeah, dude, for real. So good. Fucking nerf, man. The other thing that's hella dope, um, they are allowing Halo crossplay LAN if you have a dedicated PC. So
Yes.
basically, you can set up a server for yourself and
Mhm.
play crossplay with you and your buddies, across the country, which is really cool.
LAN,
LAN,
local area
right,
network.
right,
So, like
not online.
in-house,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
in-house.
yeah.
Now, okay. Now there are
Wait, did I say online?
yes, you did.
Oh shit, I didn't mean to say
Yeah.
online. Sorry about that.
Now, having said that though, there are ways to like through use of VPN or things like that to take a LAN and make it countrywide.
Sure, but I mean, the game already has crossplay supported.
True, true.
So don't even need to.
Yeah.
But I like that. I like that Halo knows its roots. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? Like that
Yeah.
means like the boys could come over. I could get a router. I could use my PC and fucking use that as a LAN party. That's really cool. Nice throwback to the old school days.
Yep.
Because dude, that was. I mean, obviously, other than GoldenEye, um, that was the game, man. Like
Yeah.
a buddy of mine owned like a rave store and slash record store called Gear 33 in Binghamton. And we used to go actually every Tuesday, coincidentally. Um, and the first night we went, we was like, okay, we're gonna close the shop and we're gonna do this. I showed up with my Xbox and I went out and I bought like a $20 piece of shit case for my Xbox to like transport it. And then like I was getting ready and my buddy was there and he was like, man, that is pretty official. And I was like, oh no. And I had handcuffs that I had used
For
for other issues.
things.
I will be taking no further questions at this time. So I literally did like lock it to my wrist and walked around like the 2 blocks to get to Gear 33. And when I showed up, I was like, gentlemen, and I like put it on, and everyone fucking burst out. I was like, okay, see, that was worth it just for the joke. And we had a great time, like fucking every Tuesday or every other Tuesday, we played a fucking shit ton there. Like, and we just, got high and fucking drank beers and played like, because I will say that I love online, but there is something different about a LAN
Yeah.
when you get a death grenade on somebody else. You had already thrown it, and that guy kills you, and you're like, "Ah, you piece of shit!" And then you hear "Oh" from the other room, and you're like, "Ha ha ha ha!" Like I know exactly who that was.
Mhm.
Um,
Yep.
there is something special about LAN.
Yeah.
Which is why the COVID thing sucked so much for esports. Like yes, it's cool to play online, but it's something else to be in the same room together, watching an esport or playing video games with your friends.
Yep. Yep. I
Yeah.
mean, hell, I remember when Halo 2 came out, we would occasionally, after you and I hooked back up together again, after how many years, because you'd moved to Philly and come back to Binghamton, it was a thing of we started just one night. I think it was that night that I ran across you in the Wegmans parking lot.
I thought it was Taco Bell.
No, because
Oh, whatever.
whatever. Yeah, it was a thing of like then was like, hey, yeah, what about like just doing some Halo 2? And at first you were like, we've been doing that a little while. I'm like, do you need another Xbox present for a fourth, maybe? And then you're like, sure, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, we land quite a bit at my
Yeah.
old apartment on 138 Court. That and it was always a blast,
Oh yeah.
like fucking like there's always and I think the greatest thing about LAN is that okay, there's always the dudes at the top who are fighting, for first.
Yeah.
But then there ends up being groups in the middle who are
Mhm.
like always fighting in between themselves, and you can hear them swearing at each other, and you're like, fucking, ooh man, that's getting a little heated tonight. Ooh, love to see it. Like there's something very very special about that the online era kind of removed from all of us. But
Yeah.
you know, it's cool that they're giving us the option to be like, yeah, no, fuck it, everybody bring over your Xboxes. We'll actually have a LAN, like an old school LAN party.
Yeah.
That's real dope. That's
Yep.
real dope. What a weird fucking. They took time out of their fucking schedule to build that. You know what I'm saying? Like
Uh-huh.
they, you know, that's cool. Good stuff.
The one thing I'm curious of though, because the way that they were referring to a lot of, I guess it was a lot of enemies on this Halo Zeta that the
Mhm.
campaign's gonna take place on, were um what it wasn't Covenant, it was crap, I forget the way they worded it, but it was like the same Covenant races,
Mhm.
but it wasn't calling them by Covenant anymore. It was
Oh,
something.
that's because the Covenant were basically religious fanatics.
Okay,
Attack, like that's why, because like, oh man, wow, we are delving into some hard Halo here.
because I mean
Um,
I didn't play Halo 5.
okay, well, I did. I played every Halo. I like
Yeah.
Halo. Uh, so the Covenant were basically like a religious sect, and that's why the Arbiter
Mhm.
pieced out, because he was like, dude, this is just like a bunch of religious zealots, because they wanted to release the flood on the universe, but not all of the alien races wanted to do that. That was just the fucking dude with a big neck and a floaty chair bullshit.
Yeah.
So just basically like a lunatic cult leader. So yeah, like that's pretty cool. I there is a part of me that hopes that the flood comes back too, because I miss the flood. I like their little zombie bodies. I like the little creepy fucking, I don't know, hermit crab looking fuckers. I just I like, I don't know, I like Halo, man. Like it brings me back to a simpler time. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun.
Um, they did actually announce that there are going to be some new enemies uh
Ooh,
in Infinite.
nice.
Um, and the Forerunners, I wish they were kind of going to be coming back, but the way that they worded things made it
Mhm.
sound like they're non-existent.
Huh. Well, they did
So
kind of fuck their shit up, though, to be fair.
yeah.
Oh,
Because
okay.
honestly, I found the weaponry and the enemies, the Forerunner enemies in Halo 4 were actually kind of unique. They were
Yep.
definitely a breath of fresh air for
Yeah.
the franchise.
And some of them were fucking hard to kill. Like, not
Yeah.
like Halo Reach, like with that stupid floating thing that gave everyone shields. Fuck those things. Um, but yeah, the Forerunners were cool. Like, honestly, I just, like, I think that s- sometimes simplicity is a good thing. Um, and sci-fi in particular sometimes leads to like, oh my god, dude, there's just so much lore and incomprehensible bullshit that like it becomes too much. It becomes too dense for new people to come in. So sometimes that simplicity is a good thing, but you have to expand at some point, right? Um, so yeah, I don't know. But I'm very excited. Like, it'll be cool to just wheel around a fucking Halo ring too, you know?
Oh hell yeah.
Um, yeah,
Uh,
that'll be dope.
the one thing I'm actually kind of curious of is touching on the topic of expanding the universe. When are they going to get to a point where they go beyond just the Halos and the Covenant? I forget the actual name off of my head here, but effectively introduce whole new alien races that are a third faction.
Right. They kind of did that in five.
Okay.
Um, People were not super thrilled. Plus, that game was much harder than the others. Like, they got flack that four was a little too easy, so they really fucking went. "What?" In five, I have never even beaten five on Legendary by myself. I've beaten every other Halo game on Legendary by myself. It was too fucking hard. I couldn't do it.
Hmm.
You needed at least another player.
Okay.
But I like the designs. I thought they were cool.
Okay.
But
Cool. Cool.
yeah, yeah. All right. Should we just go say goodbye?
Yeah, because we're definitely over the 2 hours that we usually do.
Yup.
Oh well.
All right. Yeah, yeah. Whatever. We're having
We're
fun.
having fun. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'll be right back.
Yep.
All right.
Alrighty though, guys. That'll be it for us tonight. Thank you all for being here. Tomorrow we'll be doing Destiny 2, and then Friday we'll be doing some Phasmophobia. As always, I appreciate you guys for being here. Celtic, thank you for the sub and the gifted sub to Savage. Enjoy the emotes responsibly or irresponsibly. I don't care. Just enjoy the emotes. So, till then, till tomorrow, guys, I will see you all later. And again, as always, you guys don't have to worry about checking out all the news, because that's what we do here, is read the news, so for the gaming news at least, so you don't have to. Till tomorrow, guys. Ouch, I just hit my funny bone on my work laptop. Oh well, fuck it. Thank you. Catch you later.